it's been a little while and I did miss a video, but it's okay. Everything kind of got on top of me for a little bit and I had to take a small step back from YouTube just to recover and stop everything from crashing down. But it's all good now and I'm back. If you're waiting for the next crochet tutorial, it is coming, I promise. It'll be here on the 17th of April. The next shop update is tomorrow and I have been really busy with it. There'll be hoodies, there'll be beanies, there'll even be a couple of little sharp colouring books, and most importantly will be my brand new very first crochet pattern. It's a 6-in-1 beanie pattern and it will be available from tomorrow. If you want to be notified as soon as all that goes live, do join my newsletter. I've got the link in the description. I also plan to film a Q&A for April, so be sure to leave any questions you have below and I'll try and answer them in that video. Any questions relating to me, small businesses, crochet, art, whatever you want to ask a question about, leave it in the comment below and I'll try and get to it. But it is finally time to show you how my very first PC build went, and as you can see, I think it went well. It was kind of terrifying, but I am super proud of myself, so let's get started. I just ordered the components for my PC. I have not spent that much money in one go ever, maybe? I feel a little bit sick. No, really, it was absolutely terrifying. Here are all the parts. I will leave them in the description below if you're interested as to what parts I decided to choose. It took ages for everything to arrive. I was terrified. I was so confident going into this that I would be, no problem. I've been watching so many videos on building computers, like for years, but no, I was terrified. I had so many manuals. I had Linus Tech Tips just playing in the background. But yeah, I don't think anything can really prepare you for the fear that is having spent $3 on parts and being terrified to break anything. Putting the RAM in, absolutely horrible. I chose DDR5 RAM, so it was, the notch in the middle is like very almost in the middle, and I didn't know which way it was supposed to go in. Oh, that's horrible. That really felt like it wasn't gonna go. It took me ages. I was hunting around online because I was so scared to do it wrong. And the amount of force you need to put into pushing them down was way more than I expected. Sorry about the angles. I really thought I did a good job at filming this, but looking back now, it could have been better. I really like these fans, even if they took me a while to work out how they work. I think a lot of the manuals expect you to know a basic amount of computer building. I've never done this before. Never once in my life have I opened a computer. Like, in theory, I know it all. In practice, I did not. But these fans are great because they daisy chain, they meant less cables, and I did realise that I'm really bad at cable management. I went with the Corsair AIO for my cooling. I just like the look of it. I really wanted the LCD screen, and it was between this and the Kraken. I ended up choosing this. I can't entirely remember why. I think the fans were a bit nicer, and they kind of matched my existing fan setup. The Lian Li one's a little bit better. I really went into this thinking I'd be able to build this computer in maybe 3 or 4 hours. No, it took me a day plus a bit because I wanted to add some stuff. I had to take the protection off of the pre-installed thermal paste in order to change out the bracket for an AMD one. And then I was just terrified of smearing the thermal paste because I really didn't want to have to apply some. I heard the pre-applied is better, so I didn't want to ruin that. Luckily, the Lianli case is really useful and you can take parts off like this to install radiators and fans so you can then put the whole lot back. Much easier that way. The USB-C header keeps disconnecting. It's really annoying. I don't know how to keep it in because this cable's super rigid and there's not really anywhere else to thread it. I did work out in the end. I just had to push it in harder. I was surprised at how much force I had to push the USB-C header in. The anxiety when I was waiting for it to post. I was terrified. I thought I'd really screwed it up. And there we are. Everything is okay. I was so excited. I don't know what to do now. I did work out what to do in the end. I watched a couple of videos by Linus and J2Sense and they helped me set up the computer and I sorted it all out and then I started to set up. I got the Logitech Aurora peripherals. I know that's super basic, but I know that if I get into proper mechanical keyboard stuff, I'm going to get really obsessed with it. And I couldn't afford to do that at the moment. So this is what we have. I know, overpriced for what it is, but it is really nice. And then I decided I really want fan shrouds. I saw them online and I just had to have them. So we went for a Ghibli setup. I will tag the creators of these in the description if you want to get these fan shrouds. I finally got the finishing touch to my PC build, so I can finally finish it. Look at how absolutely beautiful this is. I am obsessed. I saw this in the reviews on Etsy of a completely different thing, and it was just in the picture, and I spent like an hour trying to find where it was from, and I found it, and I love it, and I'm so happy. So this is going on my PC today. I really did hunt for this. It took me ages, but it's so worth it. It also took a while to arrive because it was coming from, I think, America. And now I know some of you are gonna hate this, but I don't care. This is my computer and not anybody else's. So I cable tied some fake cherry blossoms in. I did make sure that they were not obscuring the fans. I made sure that they were out of the way of any components and they should not obscure any airflow. I've also got my little Final Fantasy Pixel Edition figures in there. And I got some really nice streamer cables from Reaper Cables. Because although I used a modular power supply, the cable's really ugly. And this is it. I am so proud of this. And I know I'm going to keep upgrading it over time. I don't think it'll ever be completely finished, but I am so happy. Thank you so much if you made it this far. I know this was a bit different to my usual content, but I really wanted to show this off. I'm so excited about it. I'm so proud of it. Don't forget that my next crochet video is coming up in 2 weeks. And don't forget to leave a question down below if you have any questions for my Q&A at the end of April. Thank you so much.